You've been hearing a lot about the opioid crisis in our country and the harmful impact it's having right here in Tennessee. We're about to take you to Long Hollow Baptist Church on Long Hollow Pike in Hendersonville for a dose of faith, hope, and healing from a pastor who hit rock bottom because of drugs. Robbie Gallaty, the pastor of Long Hollow Baptist Church, is literally a giant among men.
Favorite book on the shelf is going to be this one right here. It's called Lectures to My Students. I got this as a new pastor when I was ordained.
Who happens to like old things.
This is the first Bible printed in America, the Collins Bible.
Especially Bibles.
But this one here is the one I love the most. This right here is a Bishop's Bible, is the precursor to the King James. But I say this is like baseball card collecting for pastors, right?
From old Bibles to 19 years ago, before he became a pastor, when Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu played a role in his life that no one could predict.
I'm 6'6", 290 pounds.
Combat skills, like some of the ones on display here, helped Robbie Gallaty become a mixed martial arts fighter, eventually landing a job.
I'm at a restaurant one night and a guy comes up to me, his name was Gino.
As a bouncer in New Orleans.
He said, "Hey man, would you be interested in being the head bouncer of my club downtown New Orleans in the middle of Mardi Gras? You're gonna pay me to fight? I'm in," right? You know, it seemed like a good business opportunity. And so I did that for a couple months. A guy pulls a gun on me in the parking lot, and I said, I need a career change. I moved from bouncing to bartending, right? See, seemed like a good opportunity, outside to inside the club. This is when my whole life changed. November 22nd, 1999. I'm driving home from work. 18-wheeler comes across 2 lanes of traffic and slams my car into the guardrail at 65 miles an hour. Seatbelt locks, my back torques, and I herniate 2 discs in my neck, 2 in my back. I go to the doctors, and I'm 22 years old. I'd never taken drugs before. The doctor sent me home with 4 things. 22 years old: Oxycontin, Valium, Soma, and Percocet.
Within 3 months, Robbie Gallaty is hooked, and his life is now spiraling out of control.
I'm going through the 30-day prescription in 2 weeks, and I've got to find this way to fulfill this insatiable desire to get high. So-called friend says, "Why are you fooling with pharmaceutical drugs? You can buy street drugs. You can buy heroin and cocaine, you can buy it in bulk, you can sell it and make money."
It didn't work. In fact, he got hooked on cocaine and heroin and lost everything.
I went to 2 rehab treatments. 8 of my friends died through that time. 15 have died since that day. 6 went to jail. When I robbed my own family for $15,000, Tom, my mom found out about what happened, and she called me on the phone and she said, "Robbie, we found out about what you did. Your father's furious. I'm disappointed. Don't you ever come to this house again."
The tough love Gallaty got from his mom, cutting him off completely, turned his life around.
If you keep being their savior, Jesus never can be. See, the reason I ultimately turned to the Lord is because I had exhausted every other option.
Good morning. We're excited to start a new sermon series called Never the Same.
Robbie Gallaty is now the pastor of one of Middle Tennessee's largest churches.
I had this radical Paul-like conversion where I got on my knees and I had this 24-hour experience with the Lord. The day I was saved, I knew I was called into ministry. That was in November 12, 2002. I've only been a Christian for 15 years.
For 26 years, I was lost. 3 of those years, I walked the tightrope of death.
Today, Pastor Gallaty encourages his congregation to be warriors both inside and outside the church, especially young people.
And so we believe if we equip the students to be on fire for Jesus, they can't help but speak about him on their campus. So they become the missionaries in all the schools all around our region.
Because of his back injury, Pastor Gallaty can no longer practice Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a martial art form designed to control and keep your enemy at bay. It's a valuable lesson that Robbie Gallaty, the former drug addict, learned the hard way.
God knows our future better than we know our own past.
That all things are possible as long as you're willing to submit to a higher power. Pastor Gallaty wants you to know that he got professional help for his addiction, and despite what happened, he has a great relationship today with his parents. If you want to hear more, we have an extended interview with Pastor Gallaty on our website and News 4 app.